Membranes About Order is a show about taboos, about vulnerability, about self-experimentation, about sex, about gender, about suicide and cannibalism. So there's a lot of controversies, social and ethic topics in this exhibition that we are discussing, all from a personal perspective, but also on a wider social scope.
This is a room which is opening the exhibition. The idea was to have this obsession room in the sense that containing a lot of materials, specimens, natural elements which we have in our collections. And they are usually hidden in our storage, and we decided to show them for the very first time. All have this small obsession for collecting, examining, investigating. So in this room the visitor can feel this obsession a little bit.
This is the room of the membranes. As the title of the exhibition says, membrane was a recurring theme both in the curatorial concept as well in the artistic practice. And for this particular room we designed 3 membranes that hang from the high ceiling to the floor and display a mind map, perhaps a poetic mind map about the process and the artistic ideas behind the show. They overlap and create dialogue between the elements that are presented on the membranes.
Here we are standing in the microville, which is a room dedicated to photography and notebooks and laboratory journals. Some of the photographs here are a premiere that we show and that have specifically been chosen because they depict various membranes of our works, for example, fungi networks, but also microbial cellulose structures, microscopic pictures that have not been shown before in this way. But also with notebooks and laboratory journals, it links to some of the other artworks that are in the space so that people can actually make connections. We felt that this gives a very aesthetic approach without an educational explanation of them, so it offers space for interpretation to the visitor.
The collaboration between the 3 of us was very important to unpack certain aspects in the show, but most importantly to celebrate the research that is behind and that is also supporting this kind of art practice.
I think what makes this project special is that we have similar themes and similar processes, but then a very individual language and translation methods that we find to get these projects across and to bring them to a public and to the visitor.
We blended our materials, our artworks and our collections in this exhibition, creating something very consistent.